Hello, this is Angelia with today's wisdom. Today's wisdom comes from Daily Ohm. No wrong responses. Experiences shape your reactions. And we all know that's true. You learn what you live, and stuff that happens to you shapes your life, basically. Our view of the universe is largely determined by our experiences. It is when we are caught off guard by the spontaneity of existence that we are most apt to respond authentically, even when our feelings do not correspond with those of the multitude. And we all know that everybody's not the same, and sometimes something makes us feel something, and not doesn't make other people feel something, and sometimes that can frustrate us. But like I said, everybody's not the same. Events that arouse strong emotions with us or are surprising in nature can be disquieting, for it often is in their aftermath that we discover how profoundly our histories have shaped us. And that can make us sad that, I do this or I feel this way because this, that, or the other thing happened to us. That can make us sad. But what you have to remember is like the saying, you've made it through every hard day in your life so far. You have 100% rating. So remember that. The differences that divide us from our peers are highlighted in our reactions when these diverge from the mainstream. And this can be highly upsetting because it forces us to confront the uniqueness of our lives. And I know there were movies I would not watch. I was like, no, it already says this is going to, I don't want to see that. Why do I even want to watch that? And other people didn't understand it's just a movie. Well, okay, but this thing happened to me in real life, so I don't want to watch a movie with that in it. Now, as time went on, it was less and less of a problem, and now I'm just like, why do you want to watch that garbage? It doesn't affect me emotionally like it used to. But if someone tells you they don't like something, don't try and force them to like something. Respect their uniqueness and say, okay, well, if it bothers you, then we won't do that or watch that or whatever, because that shows you care about the other person. When our response is unexpected news or startling ideas and it's not the same as that of the people around us, we may feel driven by a desire to dismiss our feelings as irrational or incorrect. Most, well, a lot of doctors, a lot of other people will say gut feelings are there for a reason. And they are. At one point in time, they help you to survive. Now, psychologists will tell you that sometimes gut feelings are something that, you have to overcome because they came from an experience that was not so great. But you can't use that measuring stick for every experience. But reactions themselves are neither right nor wrong, because a feeling is just how you feel. A reaction is just how you reacted. It's not right or wrong. The forces that sculpted the patterns that to a large extent dictate our development are not the same forces that shape the development of our relatives, friends, colleagues, or neighbors, because we each have a unique life. Even twins have a different, life. Not everything perfectly the same happened to them, and they didn't feel the same way because of, could be in, nature or nurture or whatever. So you're going to be unique, and you're going to have unique feelings and reactions based on your unique life. There is no reason to believe that one person's reaction to a particular event is somehow more valid than another's. I talk to people about this. I used to talk to my coaching clients about this and some students. Everyone has their own perspective. And it's the deal about, the story about the blind men and the elephant. Each one's feeling different parts, saying it's this, that, or the other thing, but all of them are right, but they all think the other one's wrong because they can't see it from anyone else's point of view. They're only seeing it from their point of view. So, you can have a person, on each side of the room, and something happened, and they're going to say, this person moved to the right, then this person moved to the left. Because from their point of view, that's what happened, because they were on opposite sides of the room. So, be careful when you're getting sides of stories, that you're listening to them all, because they all have validity. And, if you are judging people and saying, no, must be wrong because this person, no. Because that person wasn't seeing it or experiencing it from that other person's point of view. How we respond to the constant changes taking place in the world around us is a product of our history, a testament to our individuality, and a part of the healing process that allows us to address key elements of our past in a context we can grasp in the present. So, your history will shape your now. It will shape your future. But also, you can, be who you are. And other people should be okay with that. If they are not okay with that, then you need to find some other people to hang around with. Because you are an individual. And if someone else is trying to force you to be somebody else, then they don't have your best interest in heart. They just want you to be like them, and you don't need that in your life. If you have lived through trauma, the healing process does teach you more. You might be a certain way in your teens and then be different in your 20s. You might be a certain way in your 20s, be different in your 30s and 40s and 50s. And on. As you learn more and you heal the parts of you that need healing, you become a better person. And you become a more knowledgeable person. And you can deal with these things in healthier ways. Oh my. Life's pivotal events can provide you with a way to define yourself as a unique and matchless being. But you must put aside the judgments that might otherwise prevent you from gaining insight into your distinct mode of interpreting the world. Because you are a unique being. But also, sometimes you can have coping mechanisms, defense mechanisms that aren't necessarily helping you right now in your life. They could be holding you back or even hurting you in your life. So you have to be open to looking at that and saying, this is kind of a problem in my life. Let's work on this. And, that's okay to do. Try to internalize your feelings without categorizing or evaluating them. And that's hard to do. Because as humans, with this big brain we have, we like to label. And I know there's a certain half of my family that are bad labelers. They are very antisocial. They are not convinced they are, but they're very exclusive. They're very codependent. There's, only a certain bunch of people that they are wanting to be around. And they label people. And they will deal with you based on that label. And even if, like I said, I kind of came into their life when I was 9 years old. And they still relate to me based on that. Who I was at the age of 9. And so they've kind of missed out on my life and my children's lives, and because they label, they categorize. Oh, so and so is this. Oh, so and so is that. Oh, so, and then they don't bother to get to know a person, and you can't ever know a person if you don't bother to get to know a person. It becomes all about them and their boundaries and their labels, and it's not about you at all. But it can make you feel bad when they treat you that way. When you feel unsure of the legitimacy of your reactions, remember that cultural, sociological, spiritual, and familial differences can cause two people to interpret a single event in widely dissimilar ways. Because like I said, if you're on one side of the room, the other person's on the other side of the room, you saw it from this angle, they saw it from that angle. So you might be saying opposite things, but both things are right because, oh my, I'm going to try to dusty. Excuse me. Bless me, Lord. Because you both saw it from a different angle. Examining your responses outside of the context provided by others can show you that your emotional complexity is something to be valued, for it has made you who you are today. And like I used to tell my students in my coaching clients, if you don't like who you are today, the good news is you can change that. That's 100% up to you. You can change that. So, realize that when you respond in a certain way, maybe not a way you liked, there's really no wrong response because your experiences shape your reactions. And the good news is you can change them so that they take a different shape. Think about it. Please like and share this so that we can share this wisdom around the world. If you want to help me out, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to help me even more, you can go on my Patreon page and become a patron. And that's all for now. Until next time.